This episode is sponsored in part by Lucky Duck Games. Check out their new Kickstarter campaign coming in March for the expansion to Chronicles of Crime. Thank you for joining me today at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Well, today we're going to be looking at board games launching the second half of February on Kickstarter. I haven't done a giveaway in a while, and I have all these cool enamel pins from different publishers. Got Smash Up and Bosk from Floodgate and things like that. I will show you all of them at the end of the video, and I will tell you how you can enter for a chance to win one of these enamel pins. And so 10 pins, 10 winners. Let's get started on today's video. Well, in between my last video and this video, CMON did announce the Kickstarter campaign for Marvel United, and that's launching February 11th. Buddy Pal Games launches Amazing Jungle Run on February 15th, although it might get pushed to February 22nd. This is a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 25 to 35 minutes to play. It's a card drafting game where you're trying to collect fruit cards or the valuable shaman card. On February 17th, Monolith launches Conan the Conqueror Mega Expansion with 55 new miniatures, new double-sided game board, and some limited 2015 Conan stock too. These next few launch on February 18th. Cat Quartet Games launches Gladius, a game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 20 to 35 minutes to play. You play as cunning Roman spectators trying to make the most money by betting on gladiators competing in the gladiatorial games. Through skillful use of underhanded tactics, players can help and hinder teams to alter the outcome of each battle. Gap Closer Games launches an expansion to rival restaurants. It has new chefs, restaurants, recipes, action cards, and the event deck. Studio Woe launches Whispers of Madness. This is a standalone game that's fully compatible with the Gruff rule system and other Gruff games. IDW Games launches Batman the Animated Series Shadow of the Bat. This uses the Adventures universal game system that they use in the other games. Feudal Endeavor is a simultaneous bidding auction game with resource management, tableau building, and set collection for 2 to 6 players. These next few launch on February 20th. Colossal Games launches Hunt the Ravager, designed by Clinton Morris. It's a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. It's a hidden movement, card-based, asymmetric game with a feudal Japan theme. Crosscut Games launches Empire of the Stars. This is a fast-paced empire-building game of exploration, conflict, and struggle for dominance. Skyport Games launches Arc Awakening, a game for 1 to 4 players. It's a hybrid worker placement area control game with exploration elements. On February 21st, Azrah War of Heralds launches. This is a fantasy card game for 2 players. On February 23rd, Vyper Games launches some Neoprene mats on Kickstarter. They're 3mm thick with full stitch edges and 300 DPI print quality. The sizes range from 36 inches by 36 inches up to 36 by 72 inches. On February 24th, Evans Games launches Robo Junkyard. This is a card shedding game for 2 to 4 players. These next few launch on February 25th. We'll see an expansion to Endogenesis called Beyond, bringing new skills, mechanics, and more ways to customize unique player sets. You can play competitively to engage in an epic and strategic battle for godhood, or play solo or co-op to test your mettle against the endless tides of chaos. Talon Strike Studios launches Public Market, a game for 2 to 5 players. You're going to head out to sea and fish to fulfill contracts in order to gain points and emerge as the winner in this tile-laying, engine-building game. Weird Giraffe Games launches Tumble Town. You're trying to build the best tiny town in the West. It's an engine-building game for 1 to 4 players. It plays in about 45 minutes. Broken Mill Games launches an expansion to Heroes of Tenefyr, a game for 1 to 4 players. This is called The Second Curse, that adds new heroes, new bosses, and a lot more variety to the game. Ineffable Games launches Against the Gods, Cleopatra. In the first season, you'll take control of a faction of Egyptian gods who will fight to overthrow the rest and gain better positions in the divine hierarchy. For the war, the deities of the ancient world will seek the support of the great mortals, which is why the Egyptian goddess have recruited Cleopatra to increase their forces. These next few launch on February 27th. Azrah Games launches Circus Corgis. It's a trick-taking, treat-eating, star-bidding low-rider game for all levels. Pleasant Company Games launches The Dead Eye. This is a post-apocalyptic adventure game for one player. And we'll see The Nine Kings of Solomon, a worker placement resource management game for 2 to 4 players. On February 28th, Lord Raccoon Games launches The Last Bottle of Rum. This is a pirate board game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 50 to 70 minutes to play. You're going to play as a pirate looking to trade its treasure for the very last bottle of rum of the archipelago. Prepare to explore uncharted waters, plunder your enemies, and avoid the Kraken. Also on February 28th, we'll see Rumbbell FatDragon Invasion. This is a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half to play. Towards the end of February, we'll see New Osaka, a game for 1 to 4 players, where you're trying to run an organization vying for control, building mechs, buildings, and defenses, producing resources, and more. A quick shout out to GameFound, one of our series sponsors. They are a free-to-use pledge manager. They help with late pledges. They help the fulfillment process go a lot easier. The customer data is just a lot easier in that system. You can check out more information at gamefound.com or email them at business@gamefound.com if you're a Kickstarter creator. So we will be doing some videos from the list that we just had here. Batman, the animated series adventure. The Tantrum House Studio 3 will be doing that with Will and Sarah. Gladius and Public Market will be doing video for, and then the expansion to Endogenesis. Check out those videos coming this month from Tantrum House. So, I have some pins here. Let's take a quick look at these pins. We have a pin for Smash Up, a couple from Haba, a Rhino, and one for Hanga. We have a pin from the game Deranged from Hobby World. This one is Through the Ages from CGE. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Mint Cooperative from 524 Labs. Trap Words from CGE. And then a couple here from Floodgate, Bosk, and then the Floodgate logo. Well, how can you enter for a chance to win one of these cool enamel pins? Well, in the comments below, I would love to hear what top 10 list you'd like from Tantrum House. Now, I think the last video I asked what some of your favorite videos were, and the top 10 list just kept coming up. I love top 10 lists. So what top 10 list, what kind of top 10 list would you like to see? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do this year to try and do that top 10 list. Is it top 10 favorite games? Is it top 10 type of mechanic? Is it top 10 anything? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. All right, one last thing before I say goodbye. Another series sponsor is Meeple Realty, and they just mailed us a new insert for Teotihuacan. This is not only for the base game of Teotihuacan, but also for the expansion, the late pre-classic period. And I was wondering if they would be able to put the expansion in the box as well, and of course they're awesome and they were able to do that. So I wanted to just take a quick look inside and show you this cool insert for Teotihuacan from Board and Dice and made by Meeple Realty. So I'm going to just show you the different spots that they have. Oh, the other cool thing is the instructions really well laid out, and then the back of the rule book, or back of the how to assemble guide, tells you where everything goes in the box, which I think is super helpful. So right here you have the pyramid tray. Let me get these out here first. These are for the discovery tiles. They actually have 2 boxes for those, and they're really cool. Let me put this down and show you. So all those little discovery tiles go in here, and the boxes look really cool. So, but the pyramid tiles all go in here. You know, this is in the center of the board where you build your pyramid, and that is well put together. It's kind of has this cool design here on the back, and you can sort of see the tiles on the bottom there. So they have the place with all the new asymmetrical player powers from the expansion here. There is places for storing the resources. They actually have 2 trays for that. They have a place for all your player pieces, black, red, yellow, and blue, with all the dice and tokens. Then they have more things like for the key cards and more stuff for setup and things like that. In this tray, they have another tray that goes down there for more setup tiles. And then one of the coolest pieces in the insert is this. You make your own pyramid on it for it. And this is the start player marker, which I find really cool. It wasn't too hard to put together. It did take me probably the longest to put together from all these pieces. Everything that's together pretty smoothly. This one is just really cool design. I am really pleased with how that turned out. So, once again, thank you for joining me on this video. Check out Meeple Realty and look at all their cool inserts that they have. And if you're looking for a certain insert for a game that needs an insert, let me know in the comments below and I can pass that on to them as well. Thank you again, and we would love for you to subscribe to Tantrum House.